Welcome everybody. Doing a little bit of D&D in the Sven Zone tonight. Playing some Out of the Abyss. Everybody say hi.
Hello.
Hola.
Awesome. We have sound. Our Drake is currently touching grass somewhere on the west coast. So he is not joining us. Chose his friends over us.
Real life friends.
That's right. His real
Must
friends.
be nice having friends.
Yeah, I can spell friends, so that counts. Don't forget to VSync if you guys haven't. I forgot to ask Mr. Watma last night if they have fixed that yet. So I still do /VSYNC space 1. And I like to think it makes a difference with the smoothness of how everything runs and looks. And here it is. Last time, the session ended with the last of the 3 Dwargar incapacitated by fertilizer that was sprayed on him by Keahi. The party had already killed the other 2 who had reacted to the party telling them that they were looking for Droki. Before they found the door leading to the Duergar, they fought a pair of water things after Penry had caught a whiff of Droki's scent. Alright, we have quite the gamut of rolls today. But first on the list with a 4 is Caesar.
Was I even here the last time we played? I think I was. And I don't think Penry caught a whiff of Droki's scent. I tried to track him, but I don't think I got a smell of him.
That is not correct. You guys had
What?
picked up a scent of him by the water, the pool of water where the elementals were. Before you, not elementals, they're not elementals or something else. But yep, he had caught a scent of it. So after Henry, Caesar is with a 17, still not too shabby, is Matakure.
Actually, I don't think the last Durager is incapacitated. I think he made his save or something.
That is incorrect. He is incapacitated.
Okay.
Oh, we suck.
Yep. It's going to be one of those weeks where it's all correct and
Right.
we're all done.
And then all the way up at 89 is Jingo.
Actually, I don't think we got the chance to tell them we were looking for Droki before they attacked.
That is not correct. You did say you were looking for Droki, and they actually startled and sort of looked at each other, and then said they didn't know what you were talking about. So
Well, I think
finishing
this is
us
the first
off
time we've had a 100% fail.
is Kronoff, Weed Whacker, with a 97.
Actually, it's all correct.
It's got to be the only answer.
Yes.
It's the benefit of going last this time.
Absolutely.
So would you like a +7 one time or +1 for the whole session damage?
I'll do one for the whole session, please.
Okay. Yeah, I came in when I was just finishing up my last minute prep. Looked at this, I was like, oh crap, I don't have anything. I forgot to write down all the mistakes. And I read through it and looked at it, and I was like, oh, never mind. So note to self, if there are no errors, I need to make sure I say to myself, there are no errors.
Leave a note.
Okay, so this Dwerger is throwing up and incapacitated. He is also on death's door. What would you guys like to do? He's still surrounded by fertilizer, but it is not in the air anymore. It's just on the ground. So as long as you don't lick it up, looking at you, Penry, you should be fine. And let me unlock the tokens. There you go. I also need to make sure I gave you guys the XP. But you are out of combat. What would you like to do?
Ooh, there's another passageway.
So what do we do with this guy? He's
Let's
still
go
Alright,
alive.
look at
so hold on.
Oh, I think we were going to interrogate him.
As you
weren't we?
step in here,
Uh-oh.
you see he's a Dwerger at the little counter. He has an apron on, and he's putzing with stuff. It's clear he's an alchemist, doing alchemist stuff at the table. Um, and uh,
Oh, we tried
there's
to
a little
bullshit our way through here.
critter flying, sitting on the shelf on the other side, staring at you.
And neither of these seems to be reacting to the fact that we just had a throwdown in the next room.
As you step in, the alchemist says, well, you know what that's supposed to say.
I do not. I don't believe I speak that language.
Oh, okay. So he gives a sort of like a Isab, Mai, Agag, and just sort of half turns his head as he says it and keeps going. Give me a not sense motive, an insight.
Okay, I want to respond to him in deep speak.
Okay. Yeah, he's telling you go away.
In deep speech, I will say, we will leave if you answer my questions. And I'm going to say it loud enough that people in the other room can hear that I'm talking to somebody.
I'll continue to point the fertilizer gun at the Durger and ask Kronoth if he could kindly knock him unconscious so we can deal with what's going on in the next room.
So I move over. I thought you said he was already unconscious.
He's
Correct.
incapacitated, not
Oh,
unconscious.
incapacitated. Okay.
He's throwing up and prone
Get tear
on the
gassed.
ground. Yeah,
Gotcha. All right. So
trying to rub his eyes.
I'll attempt to incap what he said.
Knock
Give
him out.
me an athletics check. All right, so you are able to control your weapon and outright kill him, and you knock him out. He collapses into the muck. Your boots
All right,
are all
I'll pull him out of the muck and goop, and then we'll attempt to tie him up.
okay.
So I got some rope in my bag, 6 feet of rope in my bag. I'm gonna pull that out and tie him up. That would be.
I have some manacles.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
What would you do?
I'll give you a pair of manacles. You never know when they come in handy.
Absolutely. So I'll use the manacles and tie him up.
And the little thing comes flying toward you, and he's hovering, screeching. It looks like so it's not actively attacking you, but it is. Why? I thought I turned it off. Try it again. There we go. Okay. But it's being as intimidating as it can. It's a tiny creature, so it's about 12, 13 inches high. What are you guys doing?
Hold on, I'm typing. I type slow.
Okay. So you have him tied up. Does I presume someone has rope?
Oh, I have manacles.
Okay, so you use the manacles.
Mhm.
I did not catch that. Sorry. So he's manacled. How is he manacled? Wrist to wrist, front of
Yeah,
him. Wrist to
wrist,
wrist
wrist
back. I mean, all the different choices.
behind his back, and then I want to go through his pockets and everything, make sure he's got nothing in there that can basically, I'm gonna frisk him down.
He has, like they all do, the weapons and stuff that they had on him. Um, war pick,
Basically,
and well, he doesn't now, but was wearing a war pick. He had a war pick. He's wearing scale mail. He had a shield, which you would have to take off to manacle him. I mean, I guess you could keep the shield on, but I
no,
presume you're taking it off. And he had a couple javelins on his back, but he had thrown one, so I think he only had one left.
So now he's disarmed, right?
yeah, disarmed,
Yes.
And manacled.
bags, anything on him, I'd take them off and I'd give him to Yai and ask him to put him in his magical home.
Okay. And if you guys don't remember, the area over here is sunken. It goes down 10 feet, 10 to 15 feet, depending where it is. And it's just like a greenhouse, just full of fungus and all different types of stuff that's growing in here. Uh, in this small confined lower area, and the gray around it is up with a little wooden ramp going down. You guys did see, there's a tiny little small exit hole in the wall on the far east, down below.
So what's this guy telling you, Blue?
Well, he told me to go away. He had no time for my questions. And when I wouldn't go away, he sicked this little thing on me that's flying around in my face. I'm about to swat it. He hasn't responded to me.
Says staying about 5 feet away, but it's also buzzing over toward Keahi and trying to be intimidating, trying to get you guys.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and just try to push it back. I don't know if it'll be strong enough, but I'm not trying to hurt it or anything. I'm just trying to push it back.
Okay, give me a Arcana check.
I mean, it is flying, right? It shouldn't be that hard.
All right, so you are able to push it back.
10 pounds of force. And then I will say
tries to bite it,
in
claw
Dwarvish,
at it.
What are you saying?
told them to drop what you are doing and speak with us. Your companions are no longer protecting you. Doesn't need his companions. He's a crafter. Leave him alone.
What's he making?
Yeah. I mean, I'll ask him what he's making, but I don't know if he's going to respond. Your fertilizer gun worked really well on your companion. Your sprinkler tank.
He points over toward the kettle. I mean the big um, it's not really. It's sort of like a wood stove and a kiln combined, but it has a flat section above it, and it also has a shelf where like an oven, um, and you see on top of it is what would be almost like a kettle, but it's not made of iron and it's not the exact shape, but it's a large-ish bowl thing that looks the size of a kettle, and on top of it, he points at that. He says,
He's offering us the refill for the
"Ross,
fertilizer gun.
city ich ret isifar," and he's putting around. And give me just a second. He does answer your question. Since you, who was it that asked? Was it you that asked him?
Yeah, he was asking. Yeah,
what he was doing?
yeah,
Okay.
because he has tongues and stuff cast on him, so communicate.
Here he is. All right. So now that you guys are mostly most of you have seen in here, this area is very clean. You can see over to the right is a ramp that going down again, made from what looks like wood. It's circ wood, and there are a couple beds down there, and there's a door back in the corner, um, along the back wall. Wow, I was like, why is the door open? Because there is no door. First mistake I've ever made. There you go. Now
Never
there's
happened again.
now there's a door.
Let me know
Okay.
what it's like. I've never made one.
Sorry. Yeah, I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. Um, there you go. So there's a door down below, and there's all these different rail racks and alchemy stuff that he's messing with and turning, and he's adding things and mixing things and watching the effect as he is doing his alchemical things. And
We'll look at Blue and say, should we stop him from mixing things together? What is he making?
Fertilizer.
That's a good question. I am
so that's what
not
he
good with the
after
arcana
he says that.
Okay,
or the nature, so I don't know if he's making something natural or something alchemical. It's not my area
I'll
of
turn to them and
expertise.
say he's making poison, and he's received a delivery from Droki, and that's what he's making it with.
So, Blue, if you wanted to, are you have a look at your skills? Do you have um, you don't have anything listed, should you? That is a question. Yes, you should have herbalism and brewer. Uh, why are all your proficiencies listed individually? That's weird. Okay, I haven't seen it like that before. Um, it has weapon, clubs, weapon, dagger, weapon, dart.
I don't know why it did that because druids don't
That's weird.
get weapons by category, light weapons, etc. They don't get categories of weapons. They get
Right,
specific
but there's
weapons.
still, it says scimitar, comma, dart, comma. It doesn't
Yeah,
have it.
I don't know why it did it that way
That's weird.
separately.
Anyway, I'm giving you your.
No, I didn't have them set up as skills.
I'm Well, we're a little downtime here. I'm going to drink one of these gourds of healing I have.
Okay.
I was going to say, save those. I have healing magic.
I had two of them. I just used one. I was pretty beat up.
All right. And I'll give you um, double proficiency in one of them. Which one would you like?
Uh, Probably herbalism.
All right. So anyway, getting back to what we were talking about, you can do a medicine, herbalism, arcana check. But they would be different. Herbalism is probably since you don't have alchemy or poison kit.
No.
So what you can tell from what's on the racks, and he's got like 4 different things going on. One of them is a low stube, and it's like being almost like being distilled, uh, and that's from the scent and stuff that appears to be the special fertilizer. So he's making us a batch of that ongoing on one half of the table. Um, what he's been working on as you've been talking to him uh, is he's not actually finished. He's still experimenting, so he's adding little bits in here and here, seeing what happens, how they react to each other, using very small amounts, um, smelling it, putting it on little pieces of paper. There's a little rat in a cage that he'll occasionally wave it over and stuff. So, um, and you cannot tell what's in the last station that he's working on that's there, but it's something that's slowly brewing, and that's look like it's mostly done. It's just cooking, taking it's going to be a while before it's finished, but he's not actively working on it. And most of the herbs you see in here are from, you do see quite a bit from the more than you would expect to see from the surface world, but in small amounts, in different jars and different. He has a whole section that's partitioned out with almost like a mailbox center that has all these little drawer cubbies, and you see different herbs and stuff in there. A lot of them you don't recognize, so you presume they're from the surface, but also a lot of them uh, animal parts, herbs, fungus. Half of them you recognize. All right, so going back to the conversation.
I'll speak to him. And I will reach into my pouch and pull 3 solid blue mushrooms with bell caps. Perhaps you would take these in exchange for information?
They are bell caps.
They are drow dessert. I put the link in the. A solid blue mushroom with a bell top about 3 inches tall. A character that consumes the drow dessert must succeed on a DC 19 con save, becoming poisoned for 3 days on a failure. At the end of each day, he must succeed on the check again or die. These are nasty. Oh my god!
All right, and so he Chef Rocktart, and the little thing flies over, snatches them two of them from your hand, flies over to the cubby and puts them with another one that looks much older and half dried out.
Now that you have taken me after him, tell us where we can find Droki, or as much as you know about him. Or we will break up your lab into little pieces.
He says, I have no. He stops for a moment and says in bad common, you will not threaten me. I am a crafter. You know better than try to mess with my work. And I do not know of Droki. He is, does not answer to me. He should be, actually, he's right there. And
Oh, shit.
you see the little dude who walks in. He's got this weird hat made out of strange it's from tentacles from some sort of your beast, like the rock octopus or the displacer beast or something like that. Uh, he's got little earrings dangling from the edges of his hat. He's got a white beard, and he sort of twitches as he's walking as he walks in and says, ah. Calls out and
It's been so long, I forgot. I believe it was the dragon that sent him to find us.
Gab, deflect, and he sort of like rubs his hands a little bit, looking at you guys, and the alchemist calls out, Artie, rock dust, and the little thing flies over, grabs a little bag, and starts flying it over to Droki.
I'll turn to them and say, he's fetching the payment in the bag. Apparently, Droki delivered the stuff that he's using to experiment with.
All right, so I'm going to go down the list real quick. Penry, what is your intent? What are you going to be doing during this time?
I'm just watching what's going on.
Okay. Blue, the door he came through is shut again.
And he went back out through it?
No,
he came in
Penry
and shut
never
the door.
even saw him come in, but you saw him lurking and sneaking up. That was the door you guys came in from the east. I mean, from the west. And so when it's open, you can see out because there's light, some glowing light in the tunnel. So you never saw it open. The point is the door is closed. Same with Kronoth can also see that as well. All right, Blue.
I'm going to looking at our notes here. Let's see.
So you have two different tasks dealing with Droki. One is from the dragon
I'm looking at the one from
slash
the keepers.
the keepers that take care of the dragon. A dragon egg was stolen by the Grey Ghosts. Droki is supposedly a member of the Grey Ghosts. So they wanted you to follow him, find out where the Grey Ghosts are, and what they did with the dragon egg. Because Ember, my mind's going blank. The big dragon is getting to where it's going to be replaced in a few decades, and so they're hatching the next one and raising it so that because he is the one who goes around and lights the different forges. They use dragon breath, fire, to light their forges, and that's what Thunderclaw does. Besides protecting them as well, if ever necessary. So that's what they wanted him. He wanted you to do, and then the captain of the guard also wanted you to find him um, to determine where the Grey Ghosts are, and because they have been trying to find their hideout, so they wanted you to map and tell them where they are so they could go and destroy the Grey Ghosts.
Yes, and then the keepers of the flame want us to find out whether or not the Grey Ghosts were involved in some sort of psychic disturbance, a hole being
Right.
torn through the world.
That is what the captain said. Yes, because all of you have been feeling some of these effects to varying degrees of this. It seems to be like
Whatever.
an evil presence that's not normal even within the Underdark. Strange dreams and visions and um,
Droki's an egg napper.
a demon prince who ate your paladin.
Droki
Is he a mutant?
friend. I hope he speaks deep speech because this is what I'm.
He
A
spoke a
lot of
minute ago.
people are looking for you.
He spoke a moment ago, and he did speak in deep speech.
Yeah, when you speak, it only tells me that the GM said it, not who said it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It just says GM deep speech.
Okay, sorry. I didn't catch that. So he had said it was the only thing he said was payment. I left it bag.
And I'll say, if you would be so kind as to answer some questions for us, we'll let you go on your way.
All right, so your intent is to talk to him. Keahi?
Also to talk with Droki.
Okay.
I got the
Karnoth?
suspicion that he's a member of this Grey Ghost.
He's an egg napper.
I want to get up behind him so that way he can't like take off.
Okay.
Okay.
Nobody here has seen uh, him with an egg, and the
Oh,
the even the keepers don't know who took it. They just presume they've been told rumors that the Grey Ghost took it and have it. And he is in theory a member of the Grey Ghosts, but that doesn't mean you can't say as Penry you couldn't say whatever you wanted. Okay, so he sort of is very twitchy and blinks a lot and sort of squints every once in a while as he looks, and As the thing flies over, he grabs the bag. He looks inside. Yes, yes, one, yes, and one, and one, and yes. Must go. No time for questions. Looks, grabs the bag again, looks in it again. One, and one, yes, one. People waiting. And he
They'll wait a
turns
little
and sees
longer until
Kronoff.
you answer our questions.
I don't understand damn thing he's saying. He's a weird little dude.
Yeah, he's pretty quick too, so
Should we grab him?
So what do you ask him?
I keep debating in my head because I'm not sure I want to just come straight out and say, "Hey, are you a member of the Grey Ghosts, and where are they located?"
I will say that. What do you know of the Grey Ghosts? Look, we are not your enemies. We just seek information. However, we are more than willing to become your enemies if you don't cooperate.
Great ghosts. Yes. Enemies. Great ghosts. No. Great. And he takes out a little, what looks to be a very. It's not dried, but it's not. It's almost like a palm frond leaf that's been made into sort of like a pouch or a bag, a little sack thing he has, and he opens it and yes, great ghost, yes, uh, great ghost waiting, yes, enemies, no, no, and puts it back on his
Waiting
belt.
where? You take us to the Grey Ghosts?
Great ghost, yes, waiting. Droki going now too. Very busy. Enough questions. No. Yes. Great ghost. Next.
What do you say? What do you say?
I think he says we should manacle Kronoth to Droki and then have him lead the way so he doesn't try to get away.
That means we got to let the other guy go, or you got more manacles?
I got two,
Ah,
but the other guy's unconscious. If we don't need him for information, we can take the manacles and just leave him. I don't think he serve any purpose after this at this point. Droki, you show us the way. We'll follow you to the Grey Ghost.
Droki. Sneaky. No. 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 Not. Great ghost. He grabs the bag again, looks in the palm frond bag and looks in it again. And great ghost, yes. Uh, Droki, no show. No. Secret. Secret.
From my bag, I'll pull out. I have an hourglass in there, and I'll say, "I'll trade you, Droki. You show us where this secret Grey Ghost is, and I'll give you this hourglass."
Give me a persuasion check.
One thing I'm good at.
Damn.
So he will he looks over at the thing, tilts his head a little bit. As you turn it over in your hand and the sand starts to fall through, he says, "You give Droki, yes, give Droki," and he'll
As soon as we get to the Grey Ghosts.
start going around Blue.
And I'll show it to him and say, I'll give you as soon as you take us to the Grey Ghost.
Well, he's facing. Didn't mean to move him. I grabbed the wrong turkey. While he's talking to Keahi, I'm going to get around behind him, and then I'm going to shape change into a small spider and crawl up onto the back of his pant leg and just hang there.
Okay.
That way, if he leaves, somebody's going with him.
Agreed, Droki? You take us, I give you.
Droki, hold hourglass. Droki, hold.
Is he reaching for it?
He's
Not
putting his
until we
hand
get there.
out.
I'm going to smack his hand
He's
down.
not trying to grab it.
I'll hold it and he can touch it, but I'm not letting go.
You smack his hand.
Not hard, just kind of like, don't touch.
And the whole room, everything goes dark.
Even for me?
Nope.
Okay.
And I need a dex sleight of hand check from Kai.
Oh, I am not good at sleight of hand, but make a throw. Hey!
Okay, I
Looks pretty good to
just
me.
had it open. What happened? So, by the way, Jingo, he took 2 of the 3, so you still have 1,
Oh,
or
yes, I
however
know.
many of the.
I had 3.
Did you delete it? Do you
I'm
need it back?
doing that. No, I've still got 1.
Okay,
I
good,
knew he only took 2.
good. I just want to make sure you hadn't done that.
Just as an aside, I am neutral. I am not above using such a thing on somebody.
I have a picture of the water weird still open. Goodness sakes, tells you how many.
Been there, done
Just
that.
trying to find Droki. I just had him open. I was looking at him when I said everything went dark. Never mind.
Yes.
I'll look at him in this way. Fancy Grounds has multiple ways of doing everything, so I'll just do this. Open it this way. Here we go. Okay. I can put him in the combat tracker. That way I can find him again.
Yes. window creep and button bar creep.
All right, so he,
There,
yeah, there. I am famous for it because I am getting better. I minimize a lot. I have these bunch of little bubbles all over the top of my screen, but um,
for me, it's the
I'm
button
getting.
bars. There are 96 button bars, and I use them all.
Yeah, I use probably 80% of them. Yep.
There's an extension where you can like dock windows. Like all your images get docked in like a docking thing.
Why? Fantasy Ground does that
I
for it
don't know.
already. Anyway, um,
No, they just close
let
them
me.
into a little circle.
Anyway, so yeah, so everything goes black. Uh, Penry slaps his hand, everything goes black, and he reaches out and tries to grab it, but you can see him, and so you jerk it back, and yeah, you can tell he's moving his hand to where your hand was, and then when he doesn't feel it, sort of, Droki,
A
all right,
mage hand
and he moves
push him on the face.
back, and then everything,
Face palm.
darkness fades again as he's walking away. And he stops as you two are there, and he's like, Droki must go. Great ghost waiting.
Agreed. You take us. Your darkness tricks won't work on me.
He'll move over here and start trying to go past Foster. Foster, do you try to stop him?
Cronoth, keep him from leaving.
Yeah,
You
when he
say
goes
go,
by me,
and then you say stay. Well,
You,
make up mind, Droki. Droki must go.
are
Droki
you
must
agreed?
go. With Grey Ghost waiting.
Right. You
Move.
agree? We go.
Get out of the way. He says
Okay,
to
let's
Foster.
go.
so
So keep an eye on him. But yeah, let's follow him.
You said hourglass. Where's you give me
Got it in my hand.
hourglass?
When we get to Grey Ghost, give Hourglass.
Okay, so Foster, gonna get out of the way.
Yes. I forgot I was Foster.
Where it is? There it is. Okay. All right. So give me just a moment. I need to find something real quick.
And I hope everybody can see the big hairy blue spider on the back of his pants.
Okay. All right, so he starts moving
Follow him.
and he stops and bends down and smells the fertilizer. Puts some on the end of his finger and smells it, licks it. Looks up.
That dude's nasty.
Foster say they really are all crazy.
Walks over to the crates and will use with the will touch each crate. Touch. Yes. One. The crate and box and box and box and box and box and box.
I'm stuck wherever this is. I can't get out.
And then he walks. It's a pit
That's why I got
because
stuck.
then you're down in the pit. Um, but that is where he's going as well.
Okay.
So we can just ignore Mael and Foster for now.
Okay.
And I gotta move for the stream.
But Foster will be tailing along behind.
Right, they're we're presuming they're coming with, but to save everybody the trouble. He comes through, and then there are a couple of the large torch stalks that have glowing red ends that you can cut, and they will, when you manipulate them in a certain way, they will glow brightly for 1 hour like a torch. And he does the same thing with those. He walks over and light and red, light and red, and touches each one, and takes him about 3 minutes as he walks through a very circuitous route through these different areas down here, and then eventually makes his way to the other end and out.
Headwaves.
All right, and so as you get to this area, he crouches down and moves up against the wall. And even though you're watching him, it's almost like he fades a little bit. It's very hard to see him, even though you're right there. And he stares into the webs. You see that it extends quite a bit. The webs aren't completely blocking it. The webs are everywhere, but they're not like a solid wall of web. And you see that there's some movement towards the back in the north.
Spiders or something up
Okay.
here.
along some of the webs are slide a little bit, and so he watches for a good minute, 2 minutes, and then he reaches down and jerks on the web and scuttles over here, and you hear movement from within and you see lots of the webs start shaking and moving as things are coming. Are you going to find out what they are, or are you going to move along?
They're moving along. Well,
Move
I'm
along.
stuck here.
We're
As long as
following
he's
him.
moving, we're following.
He comes over here, and he stops, goes to the bathroom, comes wandering back over here, sits down, and takes a bag out, and the one I was giving him, he's like, one, yes, yes, yes. Puts it back on, and then he reaches back and pulls out. You can't even tell what it is. It's in his hand, and he starts munching on it. And he'll sit there. 5 minutes pass. He's talking to himself. I pulls out a little water skin. 10 minutes pass. Then he gets up and works his way out, mumbling to himself. Sometimes it's in deep speech. There's a word or two in common, a word or two in dwarvish. Especially when he's speaking of the different languages, it doesn't make sense. All right, let me see how I have this set up. Okay. So there's a small section here. I'm going to show you where you're going, and then I'll just drop everybody in. There you go. Why is Foster so big?
I didn't do it.
Got buff.
Yeah, like I said, we're not worried about Foster right now. You can just.
And Penry got big too.
Where's KI? There
I don't know. He's back where we were.
That's weird. You're green. You should have come with him when I dropped him. It's weird. Anyway, let me drop this guy. Sorry for those watching the stream. Trying to juggle 400 things at once.
It's always fun.
And so he comes in here, and he comes over here, and you'll see that there are some marks on the wall, and he takes out a dagger and starts scraping it up and down, adding another mark to the marks. It looks it's at least 3 or 4 dozen of these little marks on the wall in no discernible pattern or order. And he's adding another one. Takes him about 5 minutes, and then he spits on the dagger and rubs it on his pants, puts it back in a little scabbard, and he says, "Mark, you, you, of all of you, I must mark. I must mark." He steps back.
Take out my dagger and make a mark.
Same thing.
All right, so he waits for the three of you to, and well, all of you to do it, and then once everybody's made a mark, he starts walking over, stops, looks, watches. Starts walking over toward the southeast. Gets over to the end. Walks across. Walks back. And as you guys are following him, especially Penry and Kronoth, the people who trained in survival and stuff, the tracks and things that you were seeing and the scents and things are making more logic. It makes you're starting to understand why they were like they were and why they were such a challenge at times. It was very you saw a lot of tracks, but trying to discern where he was going, what he was doing.
A lot of damn backtracking.
And you guys start hearing sound. It's like murmurs and whispering. It's like a hubbub of um, a party or a city even. Um, in the background, you'll hear a bird or a dog bark.
Do I understand what the dog's saying?
You don't hear it clear enough. You can't understand anything that anything is being said. It's a Charlie Brown teacher way off in a distance. Um, and as he gets closer to here, he sort of blends, moves into the crevice for a moment, and just staring to the west. Looking. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Waits about 5 minutes. And slowly creeps up, stops again. Waits another couple minutes. Crosses over. As you come around the corner, it gets much louder. And so what you see, let me catch up. I see a stream. This whole cavern has the phase res. This is not the cavern, this is the phase res, so it's glowing mist, the glowing purple, blue lights permeating the whole area. You guys know that it messes with magic, so if you cast a magic spell in this cavern, things might happen.
Wow.
But it's also slightly moving, which is unusual for a phase res. Usually you don't, phase res, you don't normally see it moving. In this case it is, and you see that this section right in the center is raised. It goes up, so it's a huge incline, and the noise is coming from above on top of the incline here. And there's coming from the mesa, there's a little, it looks almost like it was stacked one on top of each other. Each one was a little bit smaller, so it's sort of like a staircase around the outside. You could climb your way up from, if you didn't take the ramp up. And the ceiling goes beyond. There's a large opening about 20 feet, 25 feet around, that keeps going up beyond what anybody can see. And it's from that hole in the ceiling that all this noise is coming from. And he's just sort of watching and listening. Are you guys going to do anything?
Let's see what he does.
Yeah, we've been watching his weird ass behavior this long.
You gonna talk to your boy, Keahi?
Alright, so as you guys are in there, I need everybody to make a DC 12 wisdom saving throw. It's this cacophony of sound. Blue, you have advantage. So go ahead and roll it. So it will be a straight roll. I'll leave them at 3 or 4. It doesn't matter.
All of us
Actually, no,
failed.
4 would have made it.
I got a 12.
So, Blue,
Oh,
you save.
she was close enough to be in your number. It was the same for them as well.
All right, so let's go ahead and take our break real quick, which is a few minutes early. Go ahead and stop the sound. And we will be back in 10 minutes, guys. We'll call it at the bottom of the hour. There we go. All right, we are back. We've been back. We were just chatting, and I didn't catch the time. I'm like, oh, we got 3 minutes left, and now we're 3 minutes late. So,
Using
but
cameras is always better.
Atomic was running, had stopped by, and he is a 67% neutral evil daredevil operative today. Daredevil operatives is like so an operative in general is like a secret agent, and daredevil variety is all about dexterity and like a cat burglar and being able to get into places no one else can, walk across tight ropes and things like that. Everybody loves the ghost operative because they're sneaky, but I like the daredevil. It's pretty cool. They get to do cool stuff. And I am a 92% neutral evil ranger today. So Ship of Fools is an 80% chaotic good ghost operative. There you go. Speaking of the ghost operatives. And then we have another daredevil operative. Holy shnikes, 3 operatives in the same party. I've never had that happen before, where of any class, where
The trick attack damage is going to be overwhelming.
yeah, especially depending on what level we are. 49% chaotic evil daredevil operative for Caesar. Appreciate you guys joining the party. Don't forget you have other things you can do with your Sven Zone particles. You can mess with the group, you can mess with the monsters, you can mess with me. That is why they exist. So if you feel free to use them, you just can't use them on your own character. All right, so getting back to where we was, you guys are staring up at this long walkway. It goes up about 30 feet. Steep incline ramp goes up, and there's all these voices and that are coming from this hole in the ceiling and coming down. Give me a. Let's see. Either investigation or history.
I'm not good at any of that.
Me neither.
Alright, so Kronos, you think this might be sounds of Gracklestug that you're hearing. Alright, so those of you who failed, so I'm just going to go down the list. Did Foster fail?
He rolled a 9.
9,
So
okay.
I would say yes, he failed.
So you sort of splitting headache as all these different sounds and noises, and you think you understand what's being something that's said, and then it goes away. Henry, did you fail?
No, I passed it. I rolled a 12.
Blue saved Keahi.
Failed.
And Kronoth, on your wisdom save, did you fail?
Yeah, I failed on the wisdom.
Okay. And so he walks over, goes up 2 levels on the little steps, walks a ways, steps down, walks a ways, steps back up, pauses for a minute, and you would think he was leaping from a high diving board as he works up the courage from his 2-foot step that he's on, and takes him like 30 seconds as he's rocking back and forth and swinging his arms, and hops like 6 inches off, lands on the floor, keeps walking. Works his way around the outside. Comes over here, stops, walks back over here, picks up a rock and sets it on one of the steps. Steps back, looks at it, looks up at the hole, looks down at the rock, looks up at the hole, moves the rock a little bit, about 6 inches, scrapes up at the hole, and starts walking again. You can see his lips move every once in a while, but you cannot hear anything he's saying, not that you would want to anyway. But with all this noise and stuff that's going on, it drowns him out. And then he comes over here to this really small, and he starts digging in his bags, and his sacks and things, and he pulls out a mushroom, and as he eats it, he shrinks down. Does anybody not have a shrinking mushroom?
Which one were
I
those?
do, but I can't access it in my wild shape.
The pygmy wort.
Yeah, pygmy wort.
Aren't you tiny already?
Yes.
I am a spider, yes.
He's plenty size. He's like a tarantula.
Yes.
Actually, what type of spider are you? You said a
It
small
would have been
spider.
a tarantula or a trapdoor spider. Something hairy and low to the ground.
Okay, yeah. So, but still good. If you spread your legs 6 inches or so.
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that.
Not a tiny one. Okay. So yeah. So all of you mark off one of the pygmy warts as he starts making his way. Making my way. And surprisingly, through this little area here, as the noise starts to fade, he just walks. Doesn't putz around, doesn't touch anything. You don't hear him saying anything as he walks through this little V section. I know it's a little tricky to get through this area. Was everybody okay? Everybody with me still? Token
Yep.
wise?
Yep.
Okay. And then as he comes out, he digs around in his bag again, and he eats one of the biggins.
Bigwig.
Thank you, Bigwig. I was looking to see. I'll look right past it. Bedroll, Bigwig, brewer surprise. What? There it is, Bigwig. Yep. He eats one of the bigwigs. So again, mark off Bigwig. Does anybody not have a Bigwig?
I got
I
one.
do, but do I need to consume one?
No, like I said,
Being a
you were
spider,
unless
okay,
you're gonna
cool.
want to be a
No,
larger spider,
no.
and like I said, you couldn't unless you have someone feed it to you. Um, but yeah, you remain unchanged. He doesn't seem to care that you're on him as he's walking along. He stops, pees on the wall again.
You might want to see a doctor about that peeing.
Marking his territory.
All right, so I'm going to be
Just
moving you
overriding
to.
Penry's marks.
That's right. Um,
I was gonna say Penry peeing right behind him.
so it goes behind him, and then he turns around and walks behind Penry and pees over Penry.
The P conga line.
If you ever have two male dogs, especially for the first 6 months, your walks take an extra hour because
I'm marking
they keep
everything.
going back and marking each other. Uh, all right. So I am moving you guys to the northwest. So pull yourself up and to the right. Move your map or zoom out, and you'll see you guys up to
I
the
just
right.
click. I always click the find token.
That works too. Yeah. I just moved you a little bit. Um,
The easy button.
Yeah.
oops. I forgot you guys are all together again. How do I? Never used fancy guns before. 1 second. There we go. Go. There we go. All right, so he comes up here. You guys do recognize the door as being the door to the that you uh, where the Dwerger and the alchemist were.
Made a big fucking circle.
He's talking and mumbling. Yes, great ghost. Yes, yes. And he stops and he opens up the palm frond one. Looks in it. Yes, yes. Palm frond. Yes. Puts it back. Takes about 2 steps and stops. Picks out the bag they paid him with, and he's yeah, one and one and one and one. Puts it back. He stops. Crosses straight across. Steps into a little crevice. Watches and looking, watching.
At least we're getting to map this.
And then he steps over here and sprints across. Puts his back together to the wall. He's looking around, looking around. Creeps along over in through this little crevice. You guys recognize the room where the water weirds were. Line of sight is a little weird because this so let me move the stream so you can see it. So this goes up and over the water, which is over here, and this is lower than this, which is like a ramp, and it goes up over like a bridge over the water. comes over to here, and then he walks, kicks a rock into the water, whoosh, watches and waits. So he grumbles to himself, says something, and then moves over a few feet, kicks another rock in, watches. Even without a roll, you can tell that he's sad about something. And he keeps going. Stops, kicks another rock in the water.
This is where we fought the weirds, right?
Yes.
He's sad because we killed him, I guess.
Stops, kicks another rock in the water. And it
Or
sort of
sad because he went to lead
shocks
us down.
everybody as he goes, "Hey!" And startles everyone. The first time you've heard him exclaim at all. And he sort of walks away. Watching the stream. Okay. Ooh, that's a break in the line of sight. Someone sloppy with fantasy grounds. First mistake I've ever made. There we go. There's no break in the line of sight. Don't know what you're talking about. All right, let me check something real quick. Okay. That's weird. All right, so that is weird. Okay. It looks like the map got... All right, so as you can tell, this is a series of 5 maps that I had found and put on one image. And I did the line of sight for them all. And that's why we've been moving from section to section sometimes. The very top right map, for some reason, all the line of sight is over about
Did
4
the
inches.
underlying image get shifted?
Something. So give me... So it's going to be messed up here. So if you don't want to be nauseous, just close your eyes for a second. I've got to fix the whole layer. And move the layer so it lines up. Layer. Click. And the fun thing
Take my
is,
glasses off so I can't see.
that's right, the fun thing is I can't see, like in Fantasy Ground doesn't show the line of sight and the layer at the same time, so I had to switch back and forth. Okay, so let me see, I have to go, so I'm going to move Penry. Penry is my test subject. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I think I have a solution, so this should go pretty quick now that I've figured out what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do apologize for the delay, guys. I didn't think this to check. I had no reason to suspect this one map because I did all the line of sight. I haven't used it in a while, but still. Come on, behave. Let's try it now, see where we are. Alright, so what we're going to do is going to go to plan B. I'm just going to get rid of all the line of sight up here. And we'll just do the old school mask. And where's the doppelganger? Okay, why didn't that work? Let's do this. Okay. Alright, so Fantasy Grounds. This was not a Fantasy Grounds issue. This was a Dungeon Master issue. I did not check. Like I said, I had no reason to think if we've used all 4 maps just fine. And for whatever reason, this one was wrong. But and for whatever reason, it wouldn't line up again. So we're just going to do it this way. You have no. You can walk through the walls and stuff. Just don't. And I'll unmask as we go.
Don't do it.
Don't you do it.
It'll be certain death.
Just break the. Alright, so. Oh, that would help if we had Droki. Where'd he go?
Oh, you're unmasking the old school way.
Yep. Alright, so Droki.
Fantasy Grounds classic way.
Right?
I still do it a lot.
Yeah,
I used to get players mad. I can see further than 30 feet. You gotta show us more.
Yeah, and if I had noticed this before the break, I could have fixed it, but it doesn't take me very long to do line of sight. But
Oh
so,
well.
it still works. It's a game of pretend, so just use your imagination.
Imagine the line of sight. It's perfect.
All right, so he's walking as you're walking through here.
I see they're working on directional lighting too.
Cool.
What do you mean directional lighting? If you have a lamp,
Yeah, like
you move,
bullseye lamp.
it does that anyway.
Like a flashlight.
They have a
Right,
beacon.
like a flashlight.
Well, they have a beacon right now, for a Starfinder at least, which is the same type of thing. It's pretty cool. And there are ways to, especially if it's unmoving, to draw a line of sight around it and have it pointing in one direction. Anyway, so he moves up and he goes up to thing. He stops and he puts his back against the wall. Waits about a minute and slowly, slowly turns his head, leans out, and looks back real quick and comes back. Looks up real quick, really slow. It's this passage. Takes him about 5 minutes to go to make sure that there's nothing coming up that passage. And then he runs across, stops, puts his back against the wall, looks back down the passage again. Then he walks, gets about 10 feet away, he stops, runs back, and looks back down the passage.
Fucks down that
Keeps
passage.
going.
I'm afraid to go across that tunnel now. Little fucker's freaking me out.
And then as you get to, well, not yet. He comes to here and he stops. And as you get to this area, you see some stuffs. You guys are stuff seers. No matter what anybody else says. Zooming out. Okay. So there's this huge mass and growth of fungus, all overgrown. Forgot how to use fancy ground. There we go. Here it is. Nope, that's not what I wanted. So you see that they're give me perception checks. Well, as Droki works his way up to this forest and massive growth, give me perception checks.
It's not smell, is it?
Blue. I'll say it is. I probably shouldn't be, but you can have a description. I mean, advantage. And blue, make sure you're using the spiders,
Ooh.
Jingo.
I don't have my pets tab, so I don't have access to the spider's character sheet.
What
Let
kind
me
of
look.
DM pets tab works? So I've got to remember. I'm going to write that down right now, so I remember to add it for next time.
Let me look up spider.
It's all right. Just make a perception check. That's my mistake. So just make a perception check using yours. I can't imagine it would be better than, I mean, worse than the spiders.
No, mine's
Okay.
pretty good, but
Add
that
pet
sucks.
extension. There we go. Kronoth and Keahi. Penrod, you asked me. Oh, there it is, 26. Wow. Okay, yeah. So all of you, except Blue, not surprisingly, see that there are some in amongst of all this. Unlike some of the other areas, and like the area under the pit that you just left, this is just a massive overgrowth. There is no rhyme or reason to this, but you do see scattered amongst them there are some pygmy warts and bigwigs.
We should get some.
Right? I'm down to one each.
Penry, you
I'm
see that there's
out.
some doors
Ooh.
way in the back.
Back of the mushrooms?
Yep, back here.
Now, Droki is a Darrow, right? Not a deep gnome.
Yeah, he's a Darrow.
Darrow are deep gnomes. The Dwargar are dark dwarves.
Okay.
But so yes, he is a Darrow.
I didn't realize they were a species of gnome.
And thanks to you, there's also dark furbolgs. Dark elves, dark furbolgs, dark dwarves, dark gnomes. There's probably a couple more I'm missing. Let's see, move him up. All right, so he's, if you said you're going to collect them,
Yeah.
all right. So does anybody have like anything that would any kind of profession that would help them, like herbalism or?
I do, but I will have to, since he's already aware of me as a spider, I'll go ahead and let go and drop my um, wild shape.
Okay.
I'm a wilderness expert. That helps.
From what?
I don't know. From being a dog, I guess. Says you
But
have
Were you raised by wolves?
and stealth and survival skills. That's what it's proficiency in stealth and survival skills.
Oh,
I have
traits.
herbalism and I am literally a
Trait.
fungus druid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a trait.
Bane, welcome, welcome. Atomic ditched us, like sleeping and stuff like that. Shh, whatever. Bane is hanging out as well. Appreciate you stopping by, sir. And Mantha 8225. There you go. Yeah, so the wilderness thing is a trait. So more of a Saint Bernard expertise than a hunter. Regardless, so the point is nobody has any proficiencies that have to do with herbs or.
I have herbalism.
So okay,
I
so
do have herbalism.
Give me an herbalism check.
And I'm a fungus druid, literally. Of course.
Well, this isn't necessarily for
Okay, for something else.
identifying them because you guys just ate some yourself, so you know what they look like. But it's more for making, are you just going to reach down and grab it and yank it out? Now it's half destroyed and it's going to go away. It's going to be it's not going to be edible for more than 20 minutes. Or with this 18, you tell them, okay, slow down, take your time, make sure you carve out, and we only care about the top, we don't care about the stem, or we only care about the stem, that type of thing.
Grab it at the base of the stem and break it off there.
Knowing which part of it is matters, and that type of thing. So each of you give me 1d6, and Blue, who is your partner?
Woohoo!
Who are you claiming as your partner?
As my partner, probably Maya.
Well, no, of the four of you, Penry,
Of the four
Keahi,
of
and
us,
Cronoth.
I'll take Penry.
Okay, so you find 7 bigwigs, and you find 6 pygmy warts.
Each or between us?
No, total. And with your 18, so we're going to add 2 to each. So you find 9 bigwigs and 8 pygmy warts.
So we'll go
So figure out how you want to divide them up. I'll type it
for
in here.
each. For each of the pygmy warts.
Well, there's 9 in there. You mean 2 each? 7.
Oh, total for the whole group.
Yeah, total for the whole group. So,
Okay.
I'm sorry. So here, 9.
2. We want to include Foster in this division.
Well, he didn't use his. Oops, I'm sorry. I forgot you. I was still in deep speech.
Actually, I did use his.
Oh, okay. That's up to you guys.
Fuck Foster.
2 each.
See, we had 10 of one, or 9 of one, and 8 of the other.
So it's 2 each, right?
Yeah, and
for the
Foster
four of them.
gets the one extra
There
one
you
of
go.
whichever
So
one we had an extra.
that's what you found.
And I had 1, so now I got 3.
Foster's
3 of
sitting
each.
on a big stack of them.
Does anybody not have any? I have a 0 in either one. Do I need to add them to
I
the
did. I
party
did
sheet?
before we found it. No, I changed the quantity down to 0, not the
Okay, good.
deleted the item.
Yeah, I just didn't need to know if I needed to dig it out of the items. Okay.
How many's Foster got?
He has 2 big wigs, and he still has 3 pygmy warts.
Damn. So now he's got 6 and 5, right?
He's a
No,
hoarder.
that's what he's at now with the.
All right. Party sheet.
I've got 3 and 3 now.
Same.
Yeah, I don't have it shared. Okay. So, Droki starts climbing through these things, and he's insisting on walking on the floor. So, it will be very easy to get to the door in like 30 seconds. But instead, he's pushing his way and sometimes chopping through some of these bigger mushrooms and things, and working his way through everything to try to go and walking around some of the bigger ones, and then oops, big mode. Eventually gets to the door and pushes on it and doesn't move. So he just sort of looks down and grumbles for a second, and then pushes again. So then he moves over to the other door, pushes. Nothing's happening.
Try pulling.
He says, "Okay."
Read the side. It says pull.
Well, Sorry, Droki knows way. Droki knows way. The door closed. Droki knows other way. Go back.
Maybe Kronoth can open
Do
the
you want
door?
to try to...
I reach down and pull the door.
It's not pull, it's a push.
All right, I'll try and push it then.
So you can tell that it is not locked, but something is blocking it. So it's going to require a strength check. It is barred from the other side. So as you push, it stops.
I was gonna say I'll push you from behind.
That's what you need. So it's a DC 20 strength check, allows a character to break through the doors. So as you push, and it smashes through, and he's Droki looks. Door closed. Door. And he closes his eyes for a minute, and then opens his eyes again. Reaches out, doesn't feel the door. Takes a couple steps with his eyes closed, with his hand out. And let me click. As you smash through, you see there's a larger. The passageway continues. Give me just a moment here, since my map was messed up. Once I'm done masking it, I will. I need to check. See when and where stuff happens. Give me just a second here. You do see that the tunnel is slanted a little bit. The northern side that you're looking at, the northern wall, let me zoom out for the stream. The northern wall is maybe 6 inches higher than the southern wall. Alright, let me do this. Little critter is gone. Gotta remove him from the combat tracker. Alright, so you guys are free to move about the cabin. Let me move the
So I
stream.
look and see what I knocked over, what was blocking the door.
It was barred. It was a bar,
Okay.
and so you broke through the Zerkwood bar that was there. Droki comes over here and he stops, and then comes back, feels where he pushed on the door, feels the air there. Walks over to the other side, feels where the door was, and it's gone. It's open. It's open right now. And he walks. All right, and as you, so he moves forward, and you hear him. He's since as soon as he leaves from the door, he's switching languages, but he's saying, and what sounds like flying eye and plinky, and he'll say it in undercommon, and then he'll say it in gnomish, and he's mumbling it to
That's not
himself, but he's
good.
repeating it to himself, and he's looking. And now you see that he's making more. He's also looking up. He's spending a lot more time every time he stops. He looks around, and then he tilts his head up, and he looks around, and then puts his head straight again.
Do you see anything, Kiahe?
I'm looking around.
Moves
I haven't seen
across the
anything yet.
ring, stops,
Looking up, down, everywhere.
I believe you're
and
right. He is playing us.
and he pulls out and a little bell, and shakes his little bell, puts it away. All right, let me find the mask. The cool thing is you don't have to have the map open anymore, because you can just click and enter the mask mode thanks to Fancy Grounds. Players can do it too, but they can't do anything with it. But the little button is there. Alt, no. All right, at least lighting is still working, so that's nice. Let me find this. Okay. So Droki continues. Get out of mask mode. Jams himself into this little crevice. Can't see anything, can't look anywhere, but he's hiding in there for about a minute. And then pushes himself out of the crevice. Now the curvature, the slant, the incline is sort of levels out, but it's slowly starting to rise from where Penry is to around the corner. It's maybe a foot higher from here to here. It's a very slow incline up. He stops and he moves back. Rings a little bell. Gets around the corner, and you see that they've added. So if you think of a European fence made out of stones with mortar in between, but that's not carved, or they just find loose stones, large rocks, and build a fence line out of it. They've done that, but it's up against the wall, like they're trying to give me survival. Go ahead and give me survival check. Take comment. All right. So with Penry, you think that they were trying to like brace the wall. You see, there were some old sign of some cave-in.
They're trying to fortify it.
And so they're making the wall stronger. And then there's a small, as you round the corner, you see a small passageway again. He comes up and he stops. He moves back to opposite where the passageway is, and he looks at the passage, looks down, moves steps, takes a couple steps back, look at the passage, looks down, and then he rings the bell again. He keeps saying
I'm actually going to look down that passage.
the names. It continues for a little ways and then splits in a T. I don't know what your sight
Only 30 feet, so
is.
if there's
So
nothing
yeah, you
lurking
wouldn't see.
immediately, then that's all I
Nope.
need to know.
Yeah, no. Not within 30 feet.
He's a nervous little fellow.
He's got levels of madness and paranoia. think it goes beyond just nervous.
You think?
All right, so at this point, let me just do this. And I'm going to trust, I had this all set up as layers, but now that you're in the big area, I'm just going to remove the mask from this section. All right, so you just have to use your imagination. You guys can't, is there, all right, so um, you see, so it is, give me just a second here, there is light in here. It is well lit. So as the, as you guys, again, you've been steadily, slowly getting higher and higher. As you come into this room, what you see before you is a open or a huge cavern, and then in front of you is as if somebody took and raised up part of it about 5 feet, and then slapped another layer on top of that one, and then another layer and another layer. So each successive layer, so this is 5 feet higher than this, which is, and this is 5 feet higher, 5 feet higher, higher. These two are the same level, and then this one goes 5 feet higher. Makes sense? You guys understand what you're seeing? There are some
Yes.
steps. You guys can't see them from here, but there are some steps that lead up. You can probably see these. Depending on what you're doing and things, the angle might be a little off, but we're just going to say, for the sake of argument, you see most of it there. Um, you also see phase res in this, and you've actually had phase res all along. There's the purple dots all around have been phase res. I just forgot to mention it. And there's also fungi that are uh, bioluminescent that help light up this huge cavern. Um, there's shafts of white light. It's hard to tell exactly where they're coming from, but they're way up and they're shooting, coming down, uh, falling on these naturally formed shelves and the walls as well. And there's this rocky mesa in the middle. On the topmost tiers, you see the crude bridges that are made and fashioned from Zerk wood. Uh, and on the northern one, you see a large red egg.
Mm.
And on the other side is this huge, from the top level, goes up another 50 feet high obelisk that's made of this black, it's a black obelisk. You'd have to get closer to tell exactly what it is. Um, but there are some parts of it that are chipped or looks almost like discolored, and you realize that it's made of metal. Um, and you see a female Darrow next to the obelisk, and she's sort of rubbing along the surface, and the obelisk itself seems to respond and glow, give off a glow for a moment, and she does this little squeal and reaches down and picks up something from and writes down in a what looks to be a notebook made of leaves. And while she doesn't seem to notice you, her friend does. And you see, let me look at the, do it like this. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. Uh, Moving out from against the wall up a little bit. Hold on, I want to see. Is this strange looking floating eye. It's about 18, 20 inches around, not counting the eye stalks that come out from it.
Oh my.
I will expose it. So there he is on the map. And we also have a picture of her. This is not a very flattering picture. There you go. And she is there. So let me elevate them. He floats out from where it was up against the wall. Um, and you hear Droki saying again, saying Blinky, Blinky, and you pretty much have determined that the woman is Blinky, and the floating eye is the floating eye. So, real quick, again, what I'm just asking for your general intent. As you see this, as you take it, come around the corner, again, you have been rising up, so you saw the open air and the light, and then as you come up on the crest of where you are now, you can now see the whole scene, and then you see the floating eye start moving towards you a little bit. What is your intent? We'll start with Kronoth. What are you doing? Are you how are you reacting?
I'm getting ready for a fight, and I'm gonna
Okay,
start getting ready to move forward.
Keahi.
I'm immediately go into battle mode, get my stuff ready to start casting.
Okay, Blue.
This is terrifying.
All right, I am going to.
Just looking for your general intent. Are you looking to fight? Are you trying to talk to them? Are you
I
getting
am
naked?
not. I am not looking to fight. I'm just kind of observing to see what this thing does.
So you're just waiting. Okay,
I'm just
and
waiting.
Penry.
I'm cautiously optimistic that we're not going to fight, and I'll be just watching to see what Droki is going to be doing.
Okay.
Keep an eye
All
on the
right.
lady
So
on the hill and him.
treating it like a ready to action, Keahi and Kronoth. We'll start with Keahi this time. What are you going to do when what happens? You're readying what for when what happens?
I'm going to ready Eldritch Blast if the floating eye makes any kind of aggressive movement or action towards us.
Okay, and Kronoth, what weapon are you readying?
I'm readying Soul Cleaver, of
Okay,
course, and once again, it's any
you're just going to charge forward.
threat. I'm gonna charge forward.
Okay, all right. So, um, Droki moves up uh, as the spectator move. The floating eye moves up a few feet, and it Droki rings the bell again. Um, she's busy writing in her notebook. Doesn't seem to do anything. Uh, Are you guys within 20 foot? Yes. So you guys hear a voice in your mind. Uh, I don't remember if any of you or which ones of you have dealt with telepathy before, but that's what it is. You hear a it's almost like a growly voice asking, but it's speaking in Undercommon. And Droki sort of stops and looks around and tilts his head a little bit and reaches down and grabs the bag, the bag that he's been looking in the whole time, like a palm frond, and looks in it and then holds it up and puts it down.
They ask if we bring him treats. And Undercommon also allowed, no, we do not.
It moves forward another 5 feet, slowly advancing, um, and you hear that voice again. And Droki runs across and you see him start moving a little pile of rocks and stuff.
Weirdo.
Then he grabs a little sack and starts moving back. And I moves 5 feet more forward. And 2 of its eye stalks light up as these beams come out. So that will
Blast them.
trigger Keahi and Kranoth. Your speed is 30, correct, Kranoth?
30.
Okay.
And I'm sprinting at him, so just go ahead and double it.
It's a ready to action, so it's just one thing.
Oh, okay, that's right.
As all right, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I was doing something else. I'm just looking to see. So, is that the first one?
Yes.
Okay. So that hits. Okay.
20.
Double ones on damage.
Damn.
All right. So you shot 2, and they both hit. Okay.
Both hit.
If I happen to forget, if you ever miss, let me know. Something exciting happens, and then
We all get to roll up new characters.
yeah. Check this. All right, so blue, I need a. Oh, I just can drag it. Cool, never mind. This dark beam comes out and blasts at you. Chronoth, do you want to use your inspiration?
Yes.
All right. All right, so everybody give me initiative. Is there not a index in here anywhere? No, there's not. Lovely. What about in the front? There is, right. All right, I'm just double checking and see what happens. It's been a minute since I read Fair's Res. As you, here it is. Okay, right here. It's always filled with dim light. You have advantage on saving throw against any divination spells, just so you know. Um, teleporting is interesting. So if anybody misty steps. All right, so Keahi, give me 2d20. Okay. I thought this was 9 and 13. Okay. So starting she looks up. As soon as you start casting the spells, she sort of looks up and sees what's going on. What
All
would you
right.
like to do, Keahi?
I am going to cast a bonus action Hex on the eyeball, and then follow it up with a couple more Eldritch Blasts.
Okay, so
There's no
give me a
saving throw
d20.
on the Hex.
Okay. Did you apply the hex already?
Nope, just did.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. And then when you roll to hit,
Mhm.
after you roll to hit, roll a d20 as well before damage.
Okay, I'm going to use my inspiration for this shot.
Okay.
That. That's good. D20.
Ooh, dropped 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll damage.
Damage. And then
Nice.
one more shot.
Also hit. Give me a d20.
Good.
All right. Roll damage.
Ah,
Nice.
and I'll pass my turn.
So I'm gonna go. So that's 60, right?
I don't remember where you were, so I trust you. If you went 12 squares, it's 60.
I'm basically making around to the back side. I want to climb the back or the top north side of that. I want to climb up the 5.
Okay, well, you wouldn't know it was there. So you have a couple different choices. I'm just double checking to make sure. Okay, here it is. I'm sorry, they're 10-foot high cliffs. Uh, so you can climb it. Your strength is not high enough. You have 25. Yeah, so you have a vertical jump of 5 feet, 8 feet when if you take a 10-foot running step. So you could try to jump and then grasp on the end, or you could just try to climb it. Um, it looks where it looks fairly easy as far as climbing goes. If you had to put a number on it, you were guessing it probably like a DC 12 athletics check. So for you, it probably wouldn't be that difficult to do. You just need to get a 4 or more if you want to climb it, and it just takes double the move. So it would be 20 feet to get up to the next level. So she's actually, you are 10 feet higher now. 20.
So trying to get up to her.
She's 30.
So yeah, I definitely need to at least get up to the next level.
Yeah, so I mean, you do see the steps over here to this over here, but you know, it's up to you. Do you want to? You can just climb straight up these little walls too. Like I said, it takes 20 feet of movement to climb it, and a DC 12 strength climbing check. Nice thing is, if you fail, you aren't climbing high enough to take any damage. You just slide back down or breaks off or something like that.
So I'm basically at the end of my movement, so I'm going to go ahead and that's what I'm gonna do my next turn.
Okay. Fosser. It's Jingo.
No, because
I'm going to
we're gonna have to take him out
move to there
in order for him to get
and
to the train.
apply some drought poison to some hand crossbow bolts.
All right. So I presume he has both those things.
He has a hand crossbow.
Is he have a poisoner's kit or a proficiency in?
I'm looking to
Let's
see.
see. Nope, disguise and forgery. Okay, I'll just check in because I think if you have the feat, it's faster and stuff. But he doesn't have that.
I'm
So
looking to see. I noticed he had the poison listed on his action tab.
perfect.
I'm looking to see if it's in his inventory.
Okay. All right. So while you're doing that, go ahead and pass the turn. So she's standing there and she's sort of she has leaning up against you. She grabs this thing and it's sort of a short spear, but it's also got a hook on it. And she disappears. Penry.
She, I don't know. Can I see her from there?
Yes, you saw
Or
her cast a spell and disappear.
disappear? Well, shit. I was gonna run up there. I even put my little GIF in the chat, but I guess since she's gone, um, I just gonna go forward about the 40 feet, and I'll hold an action in case she reappears near me to hit her, because I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm still keeping an eye on Droki over here,
So
so
he
I'll pass my turn.
sort of, as Foster moved up, he sort of flinched away and then moved around and sort of ducking as he's moving past uh, Keahi, who was shooting things, and uh, Blue, who was being shot, and then
So
touched the north wall and then turned around and came down to the south wall and is sort of looking back in the room over his shoulder. That's what he did.
All right. Yeah, I'll move to there and keep an eye on him, and keep an eye out for her in case she reappears.
So are you doing an actual readied action, or
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she's gonna have to
so what
reappear
is the
close to me.
readied
No,
action?
I'm gonna strike her if she reappears within my reach. That's the only thing I got.
Okay. Well, you can also ready a move action.
Ready, running towards her.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Now coming around the corner.
Or ready my sprint then.
Another one? Son of a.
All right.
It's the same damn one.
I
It's his
don't
twin.
remember.
He still has my hex on it.
Oh, I shouldn't have your.
I know it's the same one.
The All right. So this is a wall. This is just the cliff. So you can get from here to here, but you cannot go from here to here or from here to here because of the walls. Where's my ping? There it is. So he cannot see anybody except Kronoth and Penry. Son of a mother. There it is. 4. All right, so Penry, this black beam comes at you.
Is it a save? So I use my
It is.
inspiration.
Okay. Well, you succeeded, so you don't need to use it.
I succeeded.
And then 3. A blue ray, different one than before, comes toward Kronoth.
Hmm.
Does anybody want to give him one of your?
Oh, he doesn't have any? I'll give him one of mine.
He already used his.
Oh,
I
I'll give him
burned
one of
mine.
mine.
I'll give him one of mine.
Okay. You guys have a bunch, so.
Yeah, I got 2.
And this one is probably the best as far as if you're gonna fail one, you want to fail this one out of all of them. But so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Foster does not have initiative. You
Did you
gave him
use
up.
one,
Oh,
Blue?
I thought I rolled one.
All right, so we have 3 left then.
I did roll an initiative. He had an 18.
No, we're talking about inspiration.
Oh, inspiration. Foster did.
There we go. All right. Blue.
Uh-huh.
Who did that? Okay.
I'm moving towards that dragon egg.
Okay. Mael.
So we'll move to that.
And it's cold.
She still cannot see the floating eye from there, can she?
Yes. So just barely, because the wall ends
And then she will.
here, and there's a uh-oh, fancy ground stopped working.
Uh-oh.
No, it's
Problem
bueno.
caused the program to stop working correctly. Windows will close the program and notify you if a solution is available. All right. Well, it was
You had the timer set.
That's right. It was time.
You had the
said,
timer
hey,
set.
it's 11 o'clock, so you're done. Anyway, the point is it was right there because it was the cliff face was right at the edge. So had you not moved where you did, had you moved even 5 foot step back, you wouldn't have been able to see it. So your movement was perfect to be able to see it. So we'll start there in 2 weeks. So September might be a little wonky for me. When we get closer, I'll take a look. Let's see. So next week is the 20. Next time is 28. Yes. So the 11th. It's my son's wedding, so I will not be here on September 11th. But other than that, next week is Acquisitions Incorporated, and then on the 28th we will be back here. Thank you for playing with me, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sven.
It was fun.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Night, all.
Good night.